So my name is Marc Anthony Cruz, and I've been at Liberty for almost 9 months now. I was introduced by my wife Blanca, and she was introduced by her mom.
It took her a little over a year to really convince me to open myself to visiting the church, even though it was my first time attending. I could feel like even in the atmosphere, I could feel the love that everybody has for Jesus, and I felt like it was right. So I just continued to show up even though I didn't know anyone. My belief before was that I had to be perfect before coming to God. And once I sat down and I was, being led through, obviously, through the Bible verses, I learned that, I don't have to be perfect and that Jesus Christ had already died and the cost for my sins. I remember that I prayed before I did this Discover Liberty because I wasn't really sure if I was in the right place, and I so desperately wanted God to really guide me to where He really wanted me. And because I was so newly to knowing, like truly getting to know Him, once I attended that first week, I really did like get that confirmation from Him that I was in the right place. And from there, I was just like, why do I have to continue waiting? Why don't I just take the next step and accept, Jesus as my Savior and get baptized?
So for myself, I was born and raised Catholic. I actually attended Catholic school from kinder to 8th grade. My family made their best attempt to talk about God and show me who God is, but it wasn't until my wife brought me to Liberty that things started making sense. I approached RJ and Stevo, saying the sentence started off with, "How can I be friends with you?" And RJ and Stevo both hugged me and laughed. They're like, "We're already friends." So that already caught me off guard and made me feel very welcome. I met up with RJ to have some coffee. He broke down some things with me and he asked me the very important question, have I been saved before? And I said no. I have been baptized before through a different church, but in reality, I never really felt like I really established a relationship with God. And so RJ just shone some light on the fact that I have never been saved. And that day I accepted Jesus as my Lord and Savior. I believe that Jesus has transformed my family in a way where we are all more connected.
Everything that I was worried about when it came to being a wife, to being their mother, I don't have to carry that stress nor that worrisome by myself anymore. I know I can come and bring it to God.
What has impacted me the most as of recently is the rooted class that we began. I feel blessed and I feel welcomed, and truly I feel like I'm where I need to be so that I can go where God has planned for me. I'm getting baptized because I want to be cleansed from my old self. I believe that this is the way I can truly leave everything I've done already, good and bad, behind me and start over. Start over in the image of what God has always intended for me. And I believe that this is just one of those steps that will get me closer to being on the right path.
I'm getting baptized because I'm not afraid and I'm not embarrassed to say that Jesus is my Savior.